Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your What's Cracking for Friday the 11th of January. I want to say thank you to the person who said to me about the humidity on my lens, because I had no idea that could make such a difference. So let me say to you this morning, you have a very clear reading, so thank you for letting me know that. The screen was clean. A little bit sort of grotty, and I've got a glass screen over the screen for protection, and I thought maybe something had got in amongst that, but I gave it a really good clean this morning, but it was the lens that had the humidity on, so thank you. I learn something new every day. There were a couple of things I wanted to say this morning, but the first thing is it's my birthday tomorrow. So, and I've got a fair on at a place called Bateman's Bay for those of you who are not Australian, which is beautiful. And I'm travelling down there tomorrow, and that means I have to leave at like between 4 and 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I won't be doing any What's Cracking readings tomorrow, but I'm going to try and get the weeklies up tonight as a bit of a trade-off. So I'll be back on Sunday after today's readings. And I think there was something else, but I'll work it out along the way. Using the Chiro Marchetti's Gilded Tarot here. I'm almost due to use another tarot deck. Just thought, like a change. Okay, so we have the Strength card coming up for you this morning. I actually am feeling myself, this is very much the energy of the last few days, like, you know, this sort of feeling of empowerment that we're giving ourselves through trusting and believing in ourselves here. This is about sort of accepting your dark side. I've been doing some work with a guy called Artie Wu, who has videos on Facebook, or has a Facebook page, and he works with your inner child, and actually his stuff is working with me really well, so I'm going to give him a little bit of a shout out because he's really genuine, and I really like the way he's explaining himself, and he has really good analogies. So have a look out for him if you're doing inner child work. But this is sort of like feeling like you're one. You're starting to bring yourself together and understand your own inner self and your own inner strength. Okay, all part of the journey. The tower came straight up, and I sort of think this is fantastic because this is what I'm trying to do at the moment. So very much a reading I can relate to this morning. The tower is about breaking down old structures, things you've believed perhaps in your life about yourself, about the people around you, that aren't necessarily true, and maybe you were taught them in your childhood but really didn't understand that they weren't part of who you are. And you followed this sort of conditioning all your life, and now the tower is coming in to say, well, actually, that's not how it is. The thing is, if we are able to accept those parts of ourselves and put ourselves back together, the limits we have in our life will no longer be there. So it's about understanding how to create abundance for yourself. So if you are doing inner child work or work on your self-limitations, there's going to be some sort of breakdown here of what you believed here, and in order to build you back up again, to build a new structure. Oh, look at this. Can't make this shit up, right? So we have the Magician coming in next. So the Magician is an amazing card because it talks about manifestation. This is about you creating the life you want, breaking down what structures you have in your life to rebuild yourself. And this says you have all the tools that you need to do this, but somehow or another you've been taught you don't have those tools. You've been taught that they don't serve you, and you've hidden them away. And in the Strength card, we see them bringing them back in order to start this manifestation process, this, you know, this way to bring your own abundance in. Okay, and then we have the Hanging Man. And that's okay too. It's perfectly fine with this reading because the Hangman talks of being able to go inside to have a really good deep look at yourself, to awaken yourself. Now I do know that this card came in upside down, so it could be that you already have come through this. So for some of you, you've done this work and you have really, and you will know because that process of awakening or awakening your true self can be quite a astounding, like, you know, things that you just have those epiphanies about where you go, oh my goodness, like I've never seen it that way. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups coming out here. So here's me talking about childhood. This card is representing the work that you're doing on yourself. We can talk about people coming back from the past, but if you're doing this work to get yourself back to where you should be, and you're putting in this work to understand your limitations, it's very possible things will come back from the past to sort themselves out. Now, this is all about karma. This is all about putting it right. This is about the universe saying, right, okay, you are now understanding what's happened. Now we want you to sort of rectify those things in your past that did wrong by you or that you did wrong by. So what we're going to do is start bringing them to you so you can have some closure, get rid of them, whatever you need to do to have resolution. Sorry, I'm playing chess with my cup this morning. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands here. And the Two of Wands talks of walking down a different path. This is about choosing a new path to walk down or choosing between two paths. I'm not quite sure why yet that's coming out, but obviously something to do with this energy here is moving you in a different direction. Oh, very nice. We have the Sun. Now, the Sun has come out in quite a few readings in the last few days. So this is about joy and happiness. This is about finding your true path, like putting yourself in a place where you can embrace this beautiful energy. Okay, and there's a choice here. So I see a choice here. I see a choice of paths here as well. So some sort of decision to be made this week. This is around, you know, trying to decide between two options, but possibly needing to cut one option out to move forward. It's about like wielding your power, and you're denying yourself this opportunity here. But the universe is saying, no, you need to make up your mind here how you go forward. So you could have a King of Swords coming in here, or this could be your energy. So we are talking Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. The King of Swords is a person who can sometimes be a little controlling, which is okay in its right place. He's very powerful. He's very logical. Thinks with his mind. That's why his sword here is so important. Could represent someone you have in your life who thinks very logically, but it could be the other person coming back with a very logical mindset. So it could be you taking this energy on, or it could be somebody coming in with this energy. Okay, we have the Fool here. Beautiful. So we've got a brand new beginning here. And we also see this in some of the other cards there. So the Fool talks about taking a leap of faith, about jumping into the unknown, about doing it without any fear, only love. And he can be a bit foolish sometimes. So, you know, sometimes it's great to do things because you have no fear. Maybe taper it a little bit if you're doing something that's, you know, a little bit sort of scary. But I just saw bungee jumping then, and I'm thinking someone out there's bungee jumping, and I'm thinking that's a really good way to face your fears. I don't think I could ever do it, but I never thought I'd love flying so much in planes, but I've got to there. Okay, so we've got the Page of Swords at the front here. So this is about a truth coming in. This is about someone speaking a truth. It can be about internet stalking, someone keeping an eye on you. Could be this air sign here who's been maybe checking up on you. The energies flip-flop in these readings, so maybe someone else is doing some work as well. Maybe you're working, if you have a twin flame, you both may be working on the very same things at the moment, and they may be keeping a bit of a check on how you're going. Okay. So this reading, so we have the card of Strength coming up the front, which is absolutely beautiful. This is around moving forward and money making. So some of you will be really starting to move forward from this journey and create financial abundance, which I hope that many of you are glad to hear. Okay, so we have the Tower. We're talking about, at the moment, structures being broken down. These structures have to be broken down before you can manifest what you want in your life. So if you've been a person that has constantly fought, with relationships, situations, and other things in your life, and always feel like you don't come out on top, now's the time to really start to understand this is what the universe is doing here. There may be some time required for you to take time out to really look at this enlightenment and this awakening. For some of you, you've already started this process, and for others of you, you're just probably starting to get some of the, I don't know whether I talk about messages or I don't know. I think sometimes our dreams are so vivid and people don't really put much weight on dreams, but lately I've started to realize how they really are so much more important than what we've realized in the past. So for some of you here, I am being told for you need to start dream journaling. Really important to start dream journaling, because when I look back at some of the dreams over the past, and I do have extremely vivid dreams, and I do have spirit speak to me directly, these dreams are very prophetic. There have been a few times when I've sort of talked to people about things, and then of course they've happened later, very big things. So they do prophesize. And I have found, like, my dreams in the past, I've often been trying to find a dead body where I've murdered someone, and I am searching aimlessly, trying to remember where I buried this dead body. And they used to scare me when I had those dreams. I used to think they're really awful. I don't like them at all, because in the dream I would be really feeling like I'd murdered someone and hidden them. But now I realize that was my subconscious telling me that there were things inside of me that were hidden from view and that I needed to find. So please pay attention to your dreams. Don't think they're just dreams. Other people will tell you they are, but do not believe that. There is a great feeling of happiness here and choice about how you move forward here. There is a brand new start coming in. For some of you, it is with a King of Swords. Could be somebody from your past here coming back to make amends for something that happened in the past. Could be a family member, but there's nothing here to talk of love. But there's definitely this feeling that now you're starting to, become the butterfly that you are meant to be, that you are bringing things back to be sorted, to clear your karma, to move forward. So some of this is about you manifesting. Some of this is about you reaching a point of being able to create your own abundance. But this reading is very, very much about making a choice to deal with things that you never dealt with before. So some of this is about you taking the lead and feeling confident enough after this Tower. Maybe it was confidence that's been knocked out of you. But it's time for you now to take that choice and move forward. The sun is shining in the middle here. It's absolutely beautiful. So maybe you need to communicate with someone, to talk to them about something that's happened in the past, or something that's that didn't work or whatever. But remember, you're the one that's doing the awakening. You're the one who's waking up here. Sometimes other people don't. So you may not always do the right thing in terms of their way of seeing things, but you know what, you're still working off your own karma, so keep going. Definitely a brand new start with yourself here with the Strength card, but a beautiful new start with someone else if that's the way you're choosing to move forward. Really, really, really nice reading this morning. So a lot of good work happening. Now, if you're applying this to any other area of your life, and you can certainly do that, if we're talking about work here, maybe you're having some epiphanies about how you've handled your job in the past and you're ready to move forward on a new job. And Big Happy Changes was the card that came out in the front, and Remain Positive. I'm going to take these because even though they've jumped out, they're all perfect. So we've got Remain Positive, Big Happy Changes, and Perfect Timing. So they are all very, very relevant, and they've all jumped out at the pack at me. So guys, this is a time of remaining positive, enjoying those big happy changes, choosing to move forward to create your abundance, and the time is now right for you to move on those things. So beautiful, beautiful reading. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on Sunday.